people, welcome back to Valvetronic Designs, the heaviest vehicle, the most massive, the largest BMW M5 of all time. We're gonna make sure it sounds just as good as its F90 older sibling. Come with me, let's take a look at this very good looking G90. The G90 M5 has come out. We know that people have done some downpipes. We've obviously shown you guys how good the car can sound with the downpipes, but this is our production ready titanium system on the car. It has the stock downpipes and it has our electronic valve controller, so you can get that flexibility with the system. Carbon tips on the back of this. You'll be able to choose your tips as well. We're very excited because this car, although it's not a huge change of how heavy it is, doing a titanium exhaust definitely saves some weight compared to the factory exhaust, and this thing needs all the help it can get in regards to the weight of this very heavy vehicle. Cars on the ground, we've got the controller to happiness here. We're gonna do startup, revs, flybys. We got the airstrip today, so you guys are really gonna enjoy the S68 sound experience. GoPro on the rear bumper, and of course you guys are gonna get to hang out inside with us. A couple cool things about this system, we are testing a different look to our titanium where it is all brushed like you see, kind of like Acropovic or some of the other companies out there. We're gonna test it out, see what we think, and of course it's gonna look incredible once it gets hot and it all turns color. It's gonna look great. Let's see what you guys think of the sound. We've already shown what the car sounds like in stock form with the catback before, but there's always room for more BMW love. Let's get to it. M5 warmed up here. Obviously this S68 engine coming from the generations before with the F90 and the S63 and N63 powered cars, this car we know has an incredible sound that's lurking beneath the stock exhaust with all the resonators and the big rear muffler on that car. And also, interestingly enough, factory G90 M5s don't even have exhaust valves. This exhaust configuration, titanium material, 3 inches the whole way, X-pipe to help draw out the sound and create a more high frequency experience, tie all 8 cylinders together at that same point. This car is now a lot more interesting. When this car came out, I had no interest in this car whatsoever, but now hearing it with the catback system and when we did the downpipe video on the blue car, which you guys will have probably seen already, it really helped transform this car to be more of an M expressive vehicle. Chris Harris and other people talk about this car where this almost shouldn't be called an M5. It can be called something else. It definitely has a place in the BMW lineup. It's nowhere near as raw or exciting as the F90 M5. I was fortunate enough to own one for about a year as my daily driver. And this car just, it feels different. It's much heavier. Performance-wise, it's very impressive, but now with this exhaust, I'm getting a much more exciting experience in the car with the valves open. No drone, no unwanted frequencies. You just get that bass and aggressive M sound back like you had from the factory on the F90. We'll give you guys some sound here. Definitely has the speed. Here we go. We got one. There we go. Whoa. That's pretty impressive. Big improvement over stock. You would never get any of those, that aggressiveness from the stock exhaust. It's so unfortunate that nowadays folks have to come to the aftermarket to just replicate what their F90 M5 or their previous generation of the same sports car or sports sedan sounded like. Like an E39 M5 sounds really good out of the box because you get the intake. F90 sounds pretty good. Obviously people do downpipes and the Valvetronic catback, which obviously we highly recommend, but that car definitely is a more sonorous, exciting experience out of the box when compared to this. But now with this full system, 3 inches, I definitely feel like there's an improvement in the response as well. Not having so many resonators and that big muffler in the back definitely helped a more sharpened experience.
Stock downpipe too.
Stock downpipe, yeah, it's impressive. Saw what the system looked like before it got heat cycled, but now take a look. It's really gone a cool color. Curious what you guys think. If you like this look more than our normal pre-burnt setup. And that, everybody, is a very heavy vehicle now sounding like it should. We know how potent these G90 M5s are out of the box. With the factory exhaust configuration, you're really not getting that experience that you had if you happen to be fortunate enough to own a F90 M5 or any other of some of our favorite M cars. We know a lot of people, this is not a cheap car. This is a very expensive car. So if you're buying this, you definitely want to have that experience. Now, you've got the speed. I think aggressive wise, it looks pretty good. You get some wheel spacers and our friends like Evolve and stuff. They do some incredible carbon parts, R44. But the sound and the enjoyment on the interior to get the pops and cracks, you really need this exhaust setup to open it up and get that experience. So if you're looking to get exhaust for your G90 M5, you know where to shop. Check us out at Valvetronic.com. And if you're looking to get an exhaust for any of your other wonderful vehicles, including BMWs or Universal kits, you know where to find us. I almost got pooped on. Wow, that's crazy. It must be good luck. Actually, if I got pooped on, isn't that good luck? I think so. All right, well, I'm gonna stand on top of it like I did. Check us out at Valvetronic.com, and we'll see you guys in the next big, heavy vehicle sound improvement video. See you then.